breathe as you come up.
So much has happened to Rutland's Stefanie Schaffer in the last 4 months.
Getting stronger you are.
It's hard to believe it all started because of swimming pigs.
The excursion was the whole reason we went there.
You have to take a boat there, so it's an uninhabited island.
Stefanie, her mother, Stacy Bender, and other family, friends, and fellow tourists boarded their boat on a beautiful June day in the Bahamas.
Being on a boat in the Bahamas is obviously a very good experience, but that's all I remember.
What happened next is chaos, is primal panic. It's a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I thought I had just been pulled out, but it's amazing how quickly your mind can kind of take things in, and I realized that there was metal flying by me. Then I turned around and it looked like a scene from a movie.
Stacy says she clung to Malika Jackson, the only other person to be thrown from the boat in the explosion.
We kind of locked forearms and kind of clung with each other, holding each other for a source of comfort. She was looking for her husband while I was looking for Stefanie.
Malika Jackson didn't survive, but Stefanie did, though severely injured.
In a ton of pain, and I just remember the feeling of panic. That's all I remember.
Was that in the hospital or on the boat?
No, I was trying to get to the hospital.
When I saw how injured she was, I mean, I have a snapshot of it in my mind. I knew it was bad.
Stefanie ended up with 2 broken arms, broken ribs, a collapsed lung, a spinal cord injury, and 2 below-the-knee amputations.
I hadn't broken a single bone before.
Her mother, with her own set of injuries, sat with Stefanie while she was in a coma for weeks in a Florida hospital, and when the 22-year-old was on dialysis due to kidney damage.
She finally looks healthy. She's got an amazing attitude and spirit now. I'm so proud of her.
Which brings us to Spaulding Rehabilitation Hospital in Boston. Stefanie and her mom have been undergoing physical therapy here for several weeks.
The biggest challenge is trying to figure out a new way to kind of move yourself around, because you depend on your legs, and everything's so much harder now. It gets very tiring, and when you get tired, it's hard to stay hopeful and motivated.
It's something Stefanie can't do, become unmotivated. Doing so would stall her progress.
Perfect, and then down.
That hurts my back a little bit.
She's on both a physical journey and a mental one.
Seeing the video for the first time was how it finally sunk in that I lost my legs, because for some reason my brain could not process it.
To keep her eyes on the prize, she's met with New England Patriots players and Boston Marathon bombing survivors for some good old-fashioned inspiration.
To see them living completely normal lives now is kind of keeps me motivated to keep going, because that's where I want to be.
Another source of inspiration, her Vermont community. From fundraisers to messages of hope, her community's love has carried this family through its worst moments.
If we just stopped and thought about how many people were thinking of us, it was motivating. It just filled our hearts.
It's very surprising. It's amazing how many people take the time out of their lives to pray, send messages, like thinking of you and donating and just doing everything that they're doing.
The plan is for Steph to be here at Spaulding until just before Thanksgiving. In that time, she'll be fit for prosthetics and braces, with the goal of her being able to stand up before she heads home to Vermont for the holidays.
Get her in the best position to go home, be as independent as possible.
Dr. David Crandell is medical director for Spaulding's amputee program. He says Stefanie's combined injuries are a rare pair.
When it involves both the involvement of the nervous system recovery and limb loss, those are some real challenges.
Sometimes I get like nerve pain at the end of it, and it's not phantom pain, but then if I just like touch it, it stops.
Her spinal cord injury is really the dominant factor that's going to impact her overall function.
Steph's goal is to walk, to live independently, graduate from Castleton University, and pursue a career in health education.
I've asked her to maybe she should be doing some writing about her experiences, and maybe she can even get some college credit for her prolonged stay here.
I think she will really be a help to people, because she's going to know not just what she learned, but what she's lived.
I asked Stefanie if she's found a silver lining in all this.
I guess being alive is kind of the silver lining. Now I kind of really appreciate things more because I'm alive, and it's the first time I've ever thought that I wouldn't be. And you kind of just appreciate the little things, like just getting to go outside, or just getting to spend time with your family, or just all the little things that you don't appreciate before.
Finish the sentence. Stefanie Schaffer is
strong, I guess. Just when you get hurt, keep pushing through even when it's hard. If you're feeling down, just try to pick yourself back up and get through it, because it does get better.
Stacy DeSilva, Local 44 News.